Now, young man, what do you want to do with your life?
I don't want to be a writer.
Well, Lottie frickin' da! We got ourselves a writer here. Hey, Dad, I can't see real good. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there? From what I've heard, you're using your paper not for writing, but for rolling doobies. Put your feet in there. You're gonna be doing a lot of doobie rolling when you're living in a van down by the river.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 5-Hole Fantasy Hockey Podcast. We are your hosts today, TJ, Zach, and Raj.
There.
Hey.
So we got the last weekend preview of the year, guys. It is on 420. It's episode 299. Let's get into it, eh? How are we feeling?
Super dope.
I've been celebrating the Canadian holiday. I can tell you that.
So same old, same old.
Yeah, really. It's Wednesday to me, basically.
This is our finals week. Zach and I are playing each other. So far, I'm taking a win. So far, Zach conceded last night. I guess, I don't know, sour grapes. What was that all about?
I said something this morning.
Was it this morning? It felt like yesterday.
Everybody has gotten hurt on my team. All of my big hitters have gotten hurt, except for Kadri came back.
You got fucking Draisaitl tonight.
Well, we'll see how things go with the Colorado game. I think that's a perfect way to start into injuries, and we can, let me just name off my team, and that's pretty much the injury list. So the big one, Austin Matthews, if he's not going to be playing, that is going to spell bad things for me in the last week of our playoffs. He missed the game against the Flyers, which obviously I would have loved for him to have played in. I want him to play in a game like that, and he did. I'm hoping he's going to be back soon because, man, I fucking need him. I need him to show up. I need my team to stop getting assists. All of a sudden, they stopped having 3-point games, and boom, they know they're playing TJ, and they got a little scared.
Love it.
Next up, I got Patrick Laina. He also did not play Tuesday. He has an upper body. He's day-to-day at the moment, so we'll see if he is coming back anytime soon. Same thing goes for Zach Korwenski, also an upper body, also day-to-day.
They're thinking that might have been the same shoulder. I don't know. How many games they got left? 5, 6?
He's been in and out.
Yeah.
He's been in and out.
I got him in my IR, but I'm not crossing my fingers. I'm going to abuse that streamer spot this week.
Next up, I got a pair of goalies here. Chiarot Halak and Connor Hellebuck. Connor Hellebuck is another one of my guys that I'm pretty pissed about. It's an illness, non-COVID, so hopefully he'll be back soon. I don't want to lose. I want to win. I like points, and I'm not getting any.
I don't even want to be around anymore.
Larkin is out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he's done so.
Yeah, he's out for the rest of the season with a core injury to his abdomen.
Dunzo. That's an official term. He's Dunzo for the season. Joey Veleno, line 1 center.
Next up, I'll just throw them in together because they're, 2 5-hole guys, and that is Jesper Bratt and Noah Hannafin. Jesper Bratt is out with a non-COVID illness, so he should be back soon. But Noah Hannafin has a lower body injury, and he got it while blocking a shot. So I hope it's kind of just, soreness, and Noah Hannafin can come back because I had even picked him up, and then he got hurt. So them's the breaks.
Love it. All right, this weekend is all about Friday, really. Thursday, you have every opportunity to get a full lineup, 11 games. Saturday's got 12, Sunday's got 11, all those nights, heavy. What I want to do just before we get into the weekend breakdown is just any teams that are not playing Sunday, like, Seattle, Chicago, Arizona, New York Rangers, Dallas, Vancouver, Ottawa, Calgary, LA, and the Buffalo Sabres, which you shouldn't have on your roster this week anyway. They only have 2 games, but those teams are only playing Saturday, not Sunday. Drop them, fill up your Sunday lineups. I don't know if it's the holiday or what it was, but say it again. Those words about the teams.
Everybody is on the table. And I'm fine with picking up people that don't play on Sunday because the whole idea is, say you pick up somebody from Ottawa. They have a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. Say you pick up Tim Stützle.
Sure,
which
yeah.
On Ottawa, for me, either him or Josh Norris. Most likely, Josh Norris is out of the bag for the most part. But if he's available, he would be who I would pick up over Stutz, but still I like them both. You can drop them on Saturday and then pick up somebody for a Sunday game, and you can pick your poison. You can pick any game you want. I have 2 pickups left. I can use one Friday, Saturday, and then finish it off on Sunday and drop whoever I please. The whole thing is, when I say anybody's on the table, it's because 13 different teams play 3 games in 4 days.
Yeah.
There's also quite a few teams, 4 teams, play Friday, Sunday. And then another 5 teams have back-to-backs that aren't even intermingled with that 3 games in 4 days lineup. So there's a ton of teams that you can break the latter half of this week into 2 separate parts and then figure out what you want to do from there, because that's the best way to maximize your pickups and going into the weekend and trying to finish it off.
I missed all of that. I'm sorry.
I think what Zach was saying is everybody has lots of games.
There's a lot of options, eh?
Just spin a fucking wheel. That's what I'm saying. Just put everybody's name on a friggin' wheel, TJ, and spin it. And that's how you can pick who you want to pick up. Because there's a ton of... Every team is a possibility. There's only a couple of teams that have what I would consider as like a bad schedule. Vegas... they only have 1 game. They play Sunday. You can pick up somebody just for that 1 game, but still, I wouldn't even suggest that. Winnipeg doesn't have a great schedule. Philly, Chicago, and Calgary. Those are the teams that I wouldn't be picking people up from. Calgary and Chicago, because they play Thursday, Saturday. They're already playing on the heavy days. So why pick up somebody just for those days? Doesn't make sense.
If you're competing next week, don't listen to the parts about drop anybody, because you still got next week to go, and we're going to do 1 more week preview, but it looks like 2 teams that you were talking about specifically, Zach, what was it, Seattle and Winnipeg, they got that makeup game, and that actually launches them into one of the best schedules for next week. So I don't know if you're jettisoning all of those guys. Are you getting rid of them?
Well, obviously not if you're playing next week.
Right, yeah.
But
okay. I just want to make sure I was on the same page.
This week, they're my least important guys. Luckily, it's not like last week where the heavy days are so fucking heavy that you do have just automatic players that, hey, I can't even fit this guy into my lineup. But like on a Saturday or Sunday or something like that, there's not that many games. It's not that many games where you're going to have a ton of people sitting where you're going to have to make choices.
How many back-to-backs we got Saturday, Sunday? Like a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 teams with back-to-backs. Right now, let's just cut to the goalie part. Saturday, Sunday, are there any matchups that you're looking at that look actually pretty sweet?
St. Louis.
St. Louis jumps out on both those games. Like, you can get Benner either of those games, I'd feel okay to good about. Pittsburgh, Detroit, and Philly, that's probably up there with that St. Louis. Like, that's not bad at all. And they get up for the Philly game. Like, they don't need to, because Philly's not a good team right now, but they'll get up for that game. So even if it's DeSmith, don't know what's going on with Jari yet. Did we get any updates about Jari's injury?
I don't
what's
think
going on
so.
with him?
I think he's.
I don't think he's going on that road trip, is he?
I haven't seen any updates today, but I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Week to week. All right. Casey DeSmith, and who's their backup even at this point?
Casey DeSmith back-to-back.
I don't think they brought up Blomqvist. Casey DeSmith, starting goalie in the NHL. You gotta love that. Louis Domingue. Oh, I forgot about Domingue. I forgot they got him.
I still like Jeremy Swayman. Jeremy Swayman, since we talked about him, has only let in 3 goals in 2 games, has 2 wins, and a .958 and a .909.
Yeah, if he gets the Montreal game, that's definitely a winner.
Even Ullmark. Like, Ullmark's been playing pretty well lately too, which is perfect timing for Boston going into the playoffs. But you got either of these goalies. What are their ownerships? I feel like they'd probably be pretty high.
I would love to say somebody like Spencer Knight, but I mean, both those games are going to be high scoring. Florida going up against Toronto one day and Tampa Bay the next.
Looking at these Boston goalies, 68% for Swayman, 66% for Ullmark. You can get them in 1/3 of league, so maybe. And you were talking about St. Louis.
Yeah, I mean, St. Louis has Arizona and then Anaheim, so either way you slice it, those are both winnable games. And Binner, I mean, he should be able to win either one of those, and I think he's available-ish.
Binner, yeah, 1/3 of leagues, 1 out of 4 for Husso. I like either of those games too. Out in Pittsburgh, man. Pittsburgh, there is a ton of availability. The Ming is just not owned, and DeSmith is 19%. So those are the three that I'd be targeting for this weekend. I don't like Boston versus New York Rangers, but I think between Pittsburgh and St. Louis, you can go for any of the goalies, any of the games. I guess Carolina too. Kotkachov.
Could be a goalie start on the Thursday, Friday. Could be Ottawa because they've got Columbus and Montreal. Forsberg is generally available.
Yeah.
And Ottawa can win. I mean, they just beat the Canucks. They can win games. They love to win games at the end of the year. Forsberg's 39% owned. Columbus or Montreal, a goalie can have a good game in there somewhere. So I wouldn't shy away from that if you need starts.
Not touching Seattle's weekend whatsoever. Like Friday, Saturday back to back. Not touching Grubauer. I'm not touching their goalies whatsoever there. Arizona, no. It's Washington and St. Louis. So if you're looking Friday, Saturday for a start, it's Ottawa versus Columbus more than likely. Or Montreal. Shit, yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's talk about forward streaming options. It looks like Minnesota's got the best on paper score. Vancouver, Seattle, they got that Friday, Sunday. They got 3 games in 4 nights, everything we kind of look for. And they're the only team, correct me if I'm wrong here, Zach, but they're the only team with 3 games that are playing on that Friday.
And that off night is against Seattle, so make hay while the others are asleep, right?
That's big money, yeah. So let's take a look in Minnesota. Who do you guys like here? I think one name specifically jumps off the page.
Well, I mean, Matt Boldy is the obviousest answer out there, I think. Obviousest. As far down as I can see on Yahoo's page, he has points in all of those games. So he's a safe bet. Minnesota's like tearing it up right now, and he has found himself only 24% owned, which is crazy because he has been not super quiet about it. Yeah, lots of goals, lots of assists. I don't know how much power play time he's getting, but it doesn't seem to really matter because he's performing. Even though his time on ice looks low, and some games is low, it doesn't seem to matter, yeah.
Yeah, 11 points in 12 games. I think if you got one ad left, you're looking for a forward, and you're looking for points, Matt Boldy's the guy that it should be.
You already know that I like Matt Boldy.
Oh, yeah.
But I think Freddie Gaudreau is also like a cheap option.
Yep, 12 points.
So I like Freddie Gaudreau because he's also, a possibility for, points on any given day. I mean, let's think about it. He's the meat of the sandwich with Matthew Boldy and Kevin Fiala. And those are 2 great wings to have on the side of you.
Guess what? It's the end of the year, and Fiala is going 2 points per game. So predictable.
Yep, he's solid. He's been doing
great.
it. There are, 1, 2, 3, 4 players right now that are above point per game. And Freddie Gaudreau is one of them. Matt Boldy is too. But the other 2 are Kaprizov and Fiala. No surprise there. Jared Spurgeon, just go check on him. He's available 31% of leagues here. But Boldy's the guy I'm looking at. I mean, hits, it jumps out. It's Marcus Foligno at 45. But is there anything else we're looking for here? Maybe blocks. Jacob Middleton's been banging around.
I'm good on that. I like Minnesota for their offense. Couldn't believe I was going to say it, but that's where I'm going from Minnesota.
Talk about a turnaround in 2 or 3 years. We'd never be saying go to Minnesota for your reliable offense. A couple years back.
Well, I mean, Kaprizov totally just changed that team around.
He did.
He was literally like a breath of fresh air last year. And it seemed like they were just void of confidence almost out on the ice. And he came in and you could just watch them start to change the way they played and the confidence that they had on the ice. And he has leaked into the rest of the players. It's great.
They started as a defense-only team, and now with Kaprizov there, he added the offensive element to a defensive team that already excelled at suppressing goals. And now they can score them too. It's a beautiful thing.
On top of the fact that they have, one of the best goalie prospects, one of, if not the best prospect pool in the whole damn league.
Yeah, I'll stand by that.
Man, they are going to be a fucking problem.
Still lots to look forward to. Yeah. Those jerseys, man. Hunter Green, top tier jersey. Everett Silver Tips. I got a Carter Hart jersey just because I love Carter Hart, and it's Hunter Green. Hunter Green, best jersey color out there. Not going to hear any second opinions on that one. Any other like forward options over this weekend? I think Florida looks really ripe for offense as always. You could see Tampa maybe going out there. That's a tough road, but I don't know. Are there any like plum schedules that you guys like that you're looking at for offense?
I like St. Louis.
Or I love Florida. I mean,
Florida and St. Louis, I think I heard in there.
St. Louis has got San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim. So that's some bullshit teams right there. Not that there's a lot of availability in St. Louis is the issue. People have caught on to Rob Thomas and all the usual guys like that. The only guy who's a good all-around pickup there right now is Barbashev. He gets a lot of hits, and he is around point per game right now, so he can be an option.
He's banging a lot.
He doesn't shoot, but he's getting points. So
Tri-eligible as well. That's going to help a lot with 3 heavy nights coming up here. They have three tri-eligible players just inside their top 10 here. Shen, Barbashev, Chiarot. So much versatility on this lineup. It's crazy. It's crazy. Rob Thomas still available in a third of leagues. He has 15 points in his last 8 games.
He's really, really doing it. He's really doing it.
I don't know how, but somehow he's going to have more goals than shots this year.
I want to throw something at you here, Raj. Now, you like St. Louis. I want to explain to you Florida.
Have you heard of them? Have you heard of the Florida Panthers?
Like, they're playing good teams, except for Detroit. They play Detroit on Thursday. But that Saturday, Sunday, Toronto, Tampa Bay, 7-6 games.
Oh, my God. Do you remember that Tampa-Florida playoff game last year?
Yeah.
The first one?
That was pretty great.
Best game of hockey I ever watched. It was so good.
It's going to be crazy. There are going to be so many goals scored in those 2 games. And I mean, even, Toronto they're playing, they play Washington on Sunday. Like, Toronto has Tampa Bay, Florida, and Washington as their 3 games in 4 days.
Who's your number 1 ad from Florida? We'll stack that up against Barbashev.
Different positions.
My number 1 ad from Florida.
Number 1 forward, yeah, because Forsling should be the guy that we're adding.
I was going to say Gustav Forsling.
But let's apples and oranges, right? Even though they're both fruit, and it's a terrible saying. Like, who would be the first forward? Oranges are way better than apples. Just gonna throw it out there. You can compare them. I'm gonna get mad about this on live fucking podcast here, but
you can get mad if you want to.
They're both fruit. You can compare them. It's like comparing apples and oranges. Like, no.
My number 1 ad for Florida would probably be Anthony Duclair, I would imagine. I feel like he has the best chance at points if that's what you're looking for in these high-scoring games. And for the sole fact that he shoots a fuck ton. He has like 20-plus shots in the last 5 games. Yeah, I like that. On top of the fact that he's playing, on that top line right now with Verhaeghe and Barkov. You're playing with a premium talent like Barkov. I'll take it.
What's his ownership?
67 for Duclair.
Okay, Robert Thomas is exactly 67% owned. Which one would we rather have?
Robert Thomas.
For sure.
But I mean, Robert Thomas shouldn't be 67% owned. I mean, that's just.
Robert Thomas should be on a championship team right now. He should be on a championship team. I wanted to level the playing ground here. Barbashev is 44%. I wanted to find something in Florida that was like similar.
Yeah, exactly. I think Florida has the D though.
I don't hate Anton Lundell. I don't hate Mason Marchment, but I do like Barbashev probably better than both of them.
Yeah. So I heard what Roger was saying. It's if you need D, Florida. If you need forwards, St. Louis.
Chiarot's 34% ownership, and he's your peripheral guy if you need blocks and hits.
Abso-fucking-lutely. That's what I like doing with like these heavy nights. Like if I need to jam 3 games in 4 nights, but they're all heavies, go for D. I go for peripherals because hunting down forwards and getting points, like that's rare and that's a gamble. But these peripherals, they're so much easier to count on. The floor is a lot comfier.
Do you know what I will say about Florida? One thing I want to bring up real quick is Mackenzie Weegar. I'm glad that Mackenzie Weegar,
what a fucking year,
kind of lived up to it. He's had a damn good year. Two hits, 2 blocks a game. He's getting points. Man, I like Mackenzie Weegar. I'm glad that he actually lived up to it. I want to see that shooting percentage come up a little bit, and he can even be better on points. Mackenzie Weegar is awesome.
He really is. He led the league in primary points. He's a good player. Let's compare the forwards that we've talked about. We got Boldy with the off night, Barbashev with 3 games and 4 nights as well. Tri-eligible. You know, obviously you're hunting down what you need, who fits your roster, but by way of ranking, Boldy, Barbashev, Duclair, I guess Rob Thomas was kind of in there. If we're counting Duclair, we might as well count Rob Thomas. They're both 67% rostered.
I'd take Boldy first with that off night, but I don't think you're going to find Rob Thomas or Duclair in most leagues. That's the thing, like 24% for Boldy. He's legitimately there, and I think he's the all-around guy of the weekend.
Yeah, I think Barbashev's probably next available. All right, let's throw Forsling in the mix, which is always, apples and peanut butter.
What, apples and peanut butter? They're delicious. Celery and peanut butter. Throw some fucking raisins on there. You ever have ants on a log?
I just have the log. I don't put any ants on there, but just a log full of peanut butter.
You got to put ants on. You throw some raisins on that bitch, and it takes it to a different level.
It's $4.20. You give me some chocolate chips, and I'm in there. Get that raisins out of here. I like Forsling for an offensive defenseman, no question, and he's still under 50%. Jesus Christ, when was the last time Florida lost?
They don't really do that anymore.
Gustav Forsling is awesome. I think he's up towards the top of the list. You know what I mean? I don't know that I'm picking him up over Rob Thomas. I mean, I think Rob Thomas, like I said, is the clear-cut number 1. Should not be on the fucking waiver wire. I think Gustav Forsling makes a good push to be, the next best pickup. But I think for me, it's still Boldy. But I mean, it's a close one.
So looking at the rest of Friday, you got the Capitals playing the Arizona Coyotes. That Minnesota game we were talking about is against Seattle. The Oilers and Colorado. That game is going to be fun as shit to watch. And Ottawa, Columbus. Is there any other spot starts? Let's say somebody, unlimited ads, or you have a shit ton. You just want some stuff on Friday here. Who do we like? Boldy, already discussed, maybe at the top there. Anybody in Washington that we're looking at? Mantha, Eller. What's the opinion in Washington?
I do like that. I like Washington because, and as Zach was saying too, they've got the end of Toronto's back-to-back, I believe, right? They have Toronto on Sunday, and Toronto can score, but they can also get scored on. So Eller is he's the new David Krejci. He's Mr. Reliable streamer guy. Just solid whenever he gets the minutes. He's usually getting points. What's he at? Point per game over the last 2 weeks since he's been getting proper minutes. So he's good. Mantha has been point per game in the same time. He's 28% owned, so I like Mantha. And he gets you some hits as well. So I think Mantha's actually a pretty good option.
I think they're both good options.
Always got to bring up my guy Hathaway too with the hits, and Favari. 37 hits for Favari in the last 7 games. Get a load of that. Over 5 hits a game. He's got 3 goals too. Those are few and far between.
3 goals. He's shooting a solid 33%. I think that's probably a little over his career average for Marty Febbs.
Well, he's got to take another shot to bring that down, but he might not. Oilers and Colorado. Both of these teams have Friday and Sunday. Is there anybody we're digging there?
What I want to know is, why is Kyler Yamamoto and Jesse Puljujarvi just stop scoring? They're both pointless in their last 5 or 6 games. The Oilers in general, at least tonight, they scored some points, but I mean they haven't been really great. They're okay the past couple of times, but there's a bunch of games here where they're only scoring 1 or 2 goals a game.
You know who's pointing right now? It's Warren Vogel. He's pointing pretty hard.
Fucking Warren Vogel.
Any interest there? Yeah, 3 goals in his last 5 games on 12 shots. 12 shots, which I, generally wouldn't be impressed with, but given his time on ice, 11 minutes, it's pretty good.
Jesse Puljujarvi does at least have a goal tonight.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. On 3 shots on goal.
Where's he in the lineup? Is he line one?
He is line one with Connor McDavid and Evander Kane. And then Yams is on line two with Draisaitl, Hyman. RNH is down on the third line.
Nice, they got points. Matty Beniers with another point. Roger was saying Matty Beniers has never not gotten a point in an NHL game.
I think he's still going. Hey?
Yeah, he's got a undefeated streak so far. Boy, Matty Beignet.
Beignets are delicious.
Yeah. Finish the year with a point in every single game of the season for the kid.
How about it? Dude, last game, 19 minutes, 44 seconds, time on ice. This kid, they are showing him off. Gotta get butts in seats next year. They're showing him off. Yeah.
I like it.
Matty Beniers, Jesse Puljujarvi, Kyler Yamamoto. How do we rank these boys? Even though Seattle's weekend doesn't look so hot. They only got that Friday off night. But say we're spots starting on Friday. Who are you going for?
Gotta go Beignet. He's 100% reliable.
It's true.
100%. Gotta play the averages.
I don't know if I can do it. Like, I know I said him the other day. I know I said him the other day just because he had 1 point in one game, and now he has 3 points, 3 games. But I don't know if I can do it. I would have to pick Puljujarvi over Beignet, and I would probably also take Yams in that situation. Just
based on rapport, because you guys have a relationship.
Yeah, we kind of do. There's
a bit of a rapport there, yeah. I get it. Beniers is fun, but the finals are not, we're not supposed to be having fun right now. Matty Beignet, right? We're not supposed to be having fun right now. This is work. We got to win this.
You should pick up Matty Beignet so that he can go cold.
Maybe I will, because I have, 30-point lead? Maybe I can have some fun here.
Yeah. My team is doing nothing.
I love it. Yeah, I think Beniers is a good spot start. I still like in this Lehkonen, Nichushkin. For Christ's sake, Nichushkin should be owned everywhere. How long have we been saying this?
All year.
Too fucking long.
All year almost.
All fucking year.
And I'll keep on saying
He's got 7 points. 7 points in his last 6 games. 17 shots. Still available in more than half of leagues. It's frustrating. Line 1, power play 1. That happened. Okay? Remember I was saying, maybe Kadri coming back shifts things around for Nichushkin. They have him on line 1 with Arturi Lehkonen. Where the fuck is Mikko Rantanen?
He is out. I was just reading that non-COVID illness.
He's sick.
Yeah. He's got the end of season sickness here.
He's got the rest flu.
Now that just needs to happen to McKinnon, and we might be all right.
They're losing Colorado 2-0 to Seattle.
Ain't that something?
How about that hockey? It's just gonna hockey on you sometime.
All right, do you boys have anything else here?
No, we talked about goalie pickups for this weekend. We talked about forward pickups, D pickups. I think we got it all covered, guys. So good luck in your weekend. This last push. Let us know how you did. You can hit us up on Twitter at FHF Hockey. Join the Fantasy Hockey Discord. Get a little bit of advice going into your weekend. There's 1,300 people in there, willing to nudge you in the right direction, whether you need something for a sit, start, opinion, whatever. Join the Discord. You can get in on our playoff pool that Roger's got going on. We got, is it already full? The one we're doing a draft for already?
Well, there's a couple of different pools going on at this point, and they're filling up like crazy. There's draft pools, and there's the big general pick'em pool, which is
set and forget.
Getting close to 150, I believe, just a set and forget. So if you're interested in any kind of playoff pools, I'm gonna have to make another draft league because that one filled up. The first couple filled up within a few minutes with our ravenous fantasy hockey community in the Discord. I didn't even get it to Twitter, so hit us up on Twitter or mostly in the Discord if you want to get in on any kind of playoff pools. We got all kinds going now. So hit us up.
All right, well, everybody except for TJ, I wish you good fortune in the wars to come.
That's right. Fight it out. Fight the good fight. And okay, bye. Love you.
Love you.
Nuggets.